My wife gets ready to leave for work this morning, and she typically takes the Toyota. And she get in the car. I always walk her out. She gets in the car. She backs out of the driveway. I walk back in the house. She pulls right back down the driveway. Then proceeds to get into the Honda, our Honda Pilot, and drives off. Calls me and says to me, "The car has no power." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And she says, "I backed out and it was backing out. It seemed like it was backing out fine. But then when I put it in drive to go, I stepped on the gas and it just like the engine just revved and nothing happened." I was like, "You sure you were in drive?" "Yes, I'm sure I was in drive." "Okay, I'll take a look at it." So I walked out. I didn't record this part of it, but I walked out, popped the hood, took a look at the transmission fluid, and sure enough, there's nothing showing on the dipstick. I get into the car, I start it, I put it in reverse, I back up, I put it in drive, I drive forward. It's okay, it's catching gear. I'm thinking maybe the transmission slipped, the way she said it, because it was going backwards fine, but it wasn't going forwards fine. Of course, I revved the engine before I did any of that, and there was plenty of power, the engine's fine, but seemed like that was the case, right? And especially with nothing showing on the dipstick when it's cold. Probably because she backed out and pulled forward, she probably warmed it up a little bit, which was why I didn't have any trouble when I drove it. But sure enough, there was nothing on that dipstick. But let's take a look at the dipstick now that I've driven it a little bit, because she also left me with no gas. So because it felt like it was driving fine, I went down to the gas station. It's just a few miles down the road, and filled it up. And I bought a automatic transmission fluid because I didn't have any laying around. I thought I did, but I didn't have any laying around. So I went to go pick up just a quart of it to throw in there. And we're going to see what it looks like now that it's been running for a good, car's up to temperature, so it's been running for a good about 30 minutes now. So it's been running about 30 minutes, and we're going to see what it looks like now that we have the car up to temperature. So usually that level will come up on transmissions. It's super easy to check if you have a dipstick on yours. Some not all cars have them, but some cars do. And this one particularly does. So let's go take a look at that. All right, so here we are under the hood. We opened the hood, and I got some smoking going on here. I don't know if you can see that. There we go. A little bit of smoke coming up. And I look down there, and way down in the bottom, not sure if you could see that, there's definitely something down there. There's a lot of moisture down there. And I can't tell if it's water or, come on, focus. And I can't tell if it's water or if it's something leaking, but there's definitely something down there. And it is probably not a good sign that it's smoking. It's probably some sort of oil coming off of something. I don't know if this thing leaks oil. I don't think it ever really did. I mean, it's got a little bit, you know, but 108,000 miles on the baby. It's one of those things. There's definitely something going on down there, and I'm wondering if we don't have like the transmission line leaking or something. It looks like all the fittings for the AC compressor is okay, and everything looks okay. So we're going to check this dipstick. There's a dipstick right there next to the battery. It's going to be hard to do two-handed, but I will check it. All right, taking a look at the dipstick. You see there's a little bit on there, a little bit of a shine, but it's down more towards the cool than it is the hot. Definitely add some transmission fluid to this, and then try to figure out what's going on with that leak down below. All right, we got our transmission fluid here. I just picked it up down at the gas station when I went to get gas. It cost me a fortune, like $7 for this thing, but whatever. There's a service purpose. I got my funnel, and now we're going to go ahead and pour this in here, and we can check it out after that. All right, we got that all done and put back in. Let's go start this baby up. We'll throw it in gear. All right. She's already up to temperature, so just got a nice throttle response. So I wasn't worried about that when I was doing this. All right, we're gonna put it, moment of truth, put it into the gear. Yeah, it goes right into gear. Put it neutral, down to drive. Definitely feel it go in. Even feels a little bit more crisper now that we're doing that. Our levels look much better. Still can't figure out what that leak is. It looks like it's coming from one of the lines, but it's hard to tell. I can't tell if it's water. We had a lot of rain. Something we're gonna have to monitor, and if anything changes on it with the levels, or once things kind of dry up around here, because it's still soaking wet, I will let you folks know. And to tell you what I find if it needs some sort of like replacement or something. Maybe it's just a small, slow leak. Now that it's running, maybe we should take a look at it and see if we can see anything. Super hard to tell. Right down in that area there. Fans are kicking on. It's cycling. It's because I got the defroster on right now. So every time the AC pressure kicks in, turns on the fans. Thing to focus. Yeah, there, down there. A lot of moisture. Can't, like I said, can't tell if that's rain, water, or if it's some sort of leak of something. All right, so here it is about a week later, and we did do the repair on this. It happened to be 2 rubber hoses down at the bottom, the inlet hose and the outlet hose of the transmission cooler for the Matrix here. And me and my father-in-law went down to his house and we went to the garage and we jacked it up and went underneath. We had to get these from underneath. It was just too difficult to get them from up top, but you can see that new clamp down at the bottom. There's a hose there. And then on the other side here, left side, there is a clamp as well. Actually, it's the passenger side. And that was all it really was to fix this little issue. We replaced those hoses, new clamps. You can see that tray at the bottom is nice and dry, so no more oil leaks. We've been driving it now for about a week, and it's been doing well. I want to thank you guys for checking this one out. Please subscribe, share, like, and I will see you guys in the next one.